Guys, looks like we are live, and hopefully the stream stability will be good. I did make a couple of changes to my internet settings, so hopefully it will remain stable. So Summerset's out for the PC. Sorry, console players. Console plebs are gonna have to wait another 2 weeks just because of that verification process. So you can blame Sony and Microsoft for the delay on your release. Console players, but you guys can live vicariously through the PC players instead. So Alcast, Gilliam, any of the other blobs, ESO, we're probably all going to be streaming our experiences in Summerset. So I have not touched foot into Summerset yet. I have not yet done any of the quests. I haven't even done the tutorial quest, mainly because I don't have any more free character slots. So I will make a new character at some point and go through the new tutorial for Summerset. Don't know what I'll make that tune. I might just make it as like a Nightblade healer maybe, or like a Templar tank. I'm not sure. I'll figure something out. Or if they release a new class, I'll just make it a new class or something. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am in Mournhold right now. Mournhold is usually my my base of operations, but we are going to travel over to Alinor now. So there is a navigator in each of the three Alliance capitals that'll bring you to Alinor. So here it's going to be Sir Yella.
I'm heading back to my homeland of Summerset. Are you interested in passage? We've room for more. Very good. There's a fair wind now. Should be a pleasant sail.
So let's go ahead and get started. Let me just turn on the light because it's starting to get a little bit dark in here. There we go. I will try to be as quiet as possible during dialogue scenes so you guys get an idea of what's going on in quests and things like that. But that being said, this is going to be the disclaimer right now before I start any sort of quest. If you don't want to be spoiled at all, turn this stream off now. Go watch somebody else. Go watch another video because there will be spoilers ahead. So we are now in Alinor, right? Yeah, we're in Alinor. Or at least we're in the docks of Alinor. We have to go all the way to Alinor. So I do need to get all the way to Alinor in order to be able to do my jewelry crafting writs. And I do want to get those jewelry crafting writs started. And it's going to be really hard for me to ignore all these quests. Because I am a achievement hunter by heart.
No. I finally decide to pursue true art. To move beyond painting backdrops for someone else's stage. And what models do I find? Polished.
That's interesting why they're wearing masks. Kind of reminds me of, if you guys ever played Dragon Age Inquisition, it reminds me of the Orlesians.
As a matter of fact, I do. I've heard rumors of a Hulkind in the forest outside Relenfield. A perfect subject for my work. High elves who are cast out from their families as children. A horrible fate in our society. Summerset may appear as perfect as a pastoral painting, but darkness lies backstage. I want to face our taboos without...
That's actually kind of morbid if you think about it. High elves who are cast out from their families as children.
Thank you for accepting my offer.
I probably won't go too much into like the side quests information, but this is actually, I'm actually interested in knowing for like what's going on with the Hulkind. Because I'm trying to because all the races in Tamriel are kind of based off of real life cultures. So I'm kind of wondering, like off the top of my head, like what cultures cast out children from their families for some sort of like imperfection, because high elves in the Elder Scrolls lore, as she says, strive for perfection. So they're very much like racial purists. I don't want to say to the same level as like Nazis or the any sort of like Aryan Brotherhood level, but they definitely do strive to be as purebred as possible. So like she says here, if there are any sort of children that are perceived with imperfections at all, they are cast out into society. But this is the first time that we hear about the actual like name for these people who have been cast out.
There's not much of a life a Hulkind can make for themselves. I will admit it's an odd desire. Most don't even wish to speak of them. but as an artist, I find
So
myself
that's
fascinated with the subject.
I'm just trying to
I
think
want
like of
capture
cultures
what
where
to
being
do.
cast out for your family is
Paint
pretty
it
much like
morally grey,
a
with so many
a
onions
societal
to
taboo.
black.
Like if you are like somebody who is not recognized by your family, like it's really bad. The only ones that I can think of off the top of my head would be East Asian cultures, because East Asian culture, family is a very powerful source of basically societal makeup. You know, Confucianism, things like that. It's your relationship with the family, relationship with the society that makes you who you are as a person. And I guess if you're cast out from your family, you know, if you're disowned from your family for whatever reason, that's seen as a huge blemish on your family history. So that's probably where this is kind of coming from that East Asian sort of culture thing, where like if you are cast out from your family, you know, that's kind of a huge blemish on the family, on the village that you're from, and things like that. But even in East Asia, like it's only very recently that you know you hear about infanticide and things like that. You know, where you know, children are given up for adoption, or children might even be killed for being born females. You know, that's a very popular thing that you hear in China, and it's a bit of a myth. It's not quite as often now. It doesn't occur quite as often now as it did back in like the 80s and 70s. But like even like East Asian cultures, they don't cast out their children for, you know, physical disabilities or anything like that, especially in like modern day society. Let's go ahead and do this quest. Find the Hulkend. So, oh, that's actually quite far away. All right, screw it. We're not gonna do this quest right now. We're gonna go to Alinor. So all of the add-ons that I have right now have been updated. So do make sure to check ESO UI or Minion. Just make sure you have the latest up-to-date add-ons. A lot of add-ons were updated. I think I updated about a dozen add-ons today. So just make sure to keep an eye on Minion to see when those add-ons are going to be updated. Let's get this way shrine. Satarn Keep Way Shrine. So I'm guessing this is a quest. Yeah, it's a quest hub right here, but we'll go ahead and skip the quest hub for right now. Go straight to Alinor. Get our jewelry crafting writs certification. So I did actually respec my DK. So my DK is this is my tank, but I did respec him to be double as a Magicka DK DPS. I needed to go this way. There is an Abyssal geyser, so I kind of want to go see what the Abyssal geyser is all about. I wonder if it'll be up by the time we get there. Oh, I saw a chest. Oh shit. It's okay. Where'd that chest go? I saw it. I saw a chest. Oh, here it is. It's a simple chest, whatever. Even simple chests can have set pieces. Not that any of the set pieces dropped here are any good. So Wellenkin Abyssal Geyser discovered. So it looks like we did miss it. Okay, so this is one of the geysers. So this is Summerset has been untouched, basically by the events that Moloch Ball has been undergoing. So basically the plane melt. So these are what's basically is the replacement for dolmens. So from what I've heard, it's pretty much operates very similarly to dolmens, where you have like waves of enemies that come out, and then you have a final boss monster. And they do drop jewelry. So I'm just gonna wait for this one to spawn so we can see what's going on. There is an achievement for beating all of, like the named monsters. So just like dolmens, there are named monsters. So let's go ahead and let's wait for this to pop. I'm pretty sure this is gonna go by really, really fast if it's anything like dolmen difficulty at all. And I've heard that the bosses here, like you can solo dolmens in the base game, but I've heard that you can't really solo dolmens here. Yeah, so I'm on a Mag DK spec right now, so that actually opened up a lot of skill points. So I have 53 skill points now, which I'm probably going to use for the Sigic Orders line, because I do need to get LE weapon and other stuff for my tank set up. And then I also need to get jewelry crafting, all those passives. So I think jewelry crafting I'm going to need 4. I'm probably not going to get Keen Eye. Might just get 1, just so I know what they'll start to look like. So 4, 5, 8, 12, 12, 15. So I need 15 skill points for jewelry crafting, and then Sigic is going to be very similar to this. I think it's, yeah, it's 5 passives, So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last one is 1, so that's 8. Then I think it's 5 active abilities, and I only need like 2 of them. So that's 10, 12, and then I need the ultimate, so 14, 14, 15. So I need about 30 skill points. We do have enough of that, so not too worried about skill points. It does look like this is probably where it spawns. I'm just gonna sit here, wait for it to spawn. It'll spawn eventually, right? It's gotta spawn at some point. Did they increase the Sororia set proc? As far as I know, they haven't changed any of the sets. They did change how they're worded, though. So that was kind of a big area of confusion before Gina came up and to Reddit and kind of verified things. But basically, they didn't change how any of the sets worked. They just kind of reworded it a little bit differently. So like Olorime, for example, doesn't have that long block of text anymore. It just says when you cast a ground-based ability, you create this circle that gives major courage. But Gina did confirm that it works exactly the same as it does on the PTS. They just reworded it. I think Arms of Reliquant actually did change in that the stacks all do 200 additional damage now. So it's basically 200, 400, 600, 800, so on and so forth for the full 20 stacks. And Sororia wasn't changed at all, I believe. So Sororia is still exactly the same. So Mayflower, we are actually going to be doing normal Cloudrest on hard mode because we heard that the ending that you get in Cloudrest will actually affect quests that you do in Summerset. So we want to get the quote-unquote best ending, which is basically a save all the Welkunar. So we're just going to do normal Cloudrest on hard mode. We don't know if it's going to be difficult or not, because you kind of steamroll through normal Cloudrest if you have like a really good DPS, very good raid guild. So there is that. Oh, look, we're starting. Acolyte of Bedlam. That sounds ominous. Oh, there they are. Oh, so they all spawn from there. Is that it? I thought they would spawn from like the geyser. Oh no, they're spawning all over. Okay. So maybe the boss spawns from the geyser? Yeah, this is why I kind of want to get Ellie weapon, so at least I have like a range spammable on the Mag DK. Right now, my main range spammable is going to be a heavy attack. Is this gonna be the boss? Is this gonna be the boss? Nope, still more ads. Oh, that's a lot of ads. This would be like what, wave 4? So the boss should be coming up soon. Oh god, the frame drop from all the people that are here. Nope, even more ads. So this is wave 5, I believe, if I'm counting. Oh yeah, I left mine overnight because I know my internet sometimes is kind of shitty. Wave 6? Oh, there's a lot of AoEs going on. Oh, this is gonna be terrible on older machines. All this lag right here. All these frame drops. 7? I want to say this is wave 7. Wave 8. Maybe there's like 10 waves. I didn't do this at all on the PTS. I was basically just testing sets out on the PTS, so I have no idea what all these like this stuff is like. What's this? 10th wave?
Orders you into the fray.
Oh yeah, so this is the boss. So it's 10 waves. Oh, so this is one of the named ones. Girowell the Erratic. Oh. Okay, well that was fast because we have like 20 bajillion people here.
Next time.
We got a glyph. We don't get any jewelry. We don't have any new jewelry piece. Got a blue enchant, but we don't get any sort of additional jewelry. Unless it's... Oh, here it is. Shell trove. Maybe it's from here. Yep, there we go. Ooh, we got the new alchemy part. Powdered mother of pearl. So this is actually going to be pretty interesting. I think Leofa managed to get... managed to create a new potion using powdered mother of pearl, which is actually really strong for health sustain and for like vet trials and like PvP stuff. So that's going to be interesting. And I got one of the new sets. Vanus, Wisdom of Vanus is kind of a crappy set. Whenever you land a full heavy attack, gain major mending for 3 seconds. Duration is increased for each rank of the restoration staff passive. So I mean, I think you already get major mending when you do a full heavy attack on your like resto staff bar. So this is pretty much like you're just gaining additional major mending, and I don't think it's really worth it in the long run. So I will end up. I think I'm already researching an arcane ring. Oh, there I see blue. Blue means a repeatable quest, which means daily rewards. Oh, this is the battlegrounds. Eek, battlegrounds. I'll have to learn how to do my mag decay before I do my battlegrounds. Go back into battlegrounds. Gotta bother one of my PvP friends for a mag decay build. Recommended set with Moondancer. Which class? Typically speaking, you're gonna want to go with Sororia for every single class. But if you obviously don't have Sororia yet, then you can go with something like Julianos, Burning Spellweave. It's all going to be dependent on your class specifically. So now we're in Alinor. So this is the capital of Summerset. It's very claustrophobic is a good way to say it. So let's actually get the way shrine first, and then get certified in Theorycrafting, and then go around doing the quests around Alinor. And those, yes, those are the repeatables that you're gonna want to get. The DCRs. They're repeatables, and I think they drop set pieces and things like that.
Ah, another newcomer. Would you possibly be interested in helping the Divine? We've got another invasive species making their homes here on Summerset. Yes, indeed. The sea elves regularly goad their nasty. I thought the contract was some.
Now we're in trouble. As a Justicia of the Divine Prosecution, I request your aid, Nuke. The problem is I have the ignominious duty of offering up the redemption of this office's honor to any interested party. All because we're playing minder to newcomers in record investigators on their way to Silverwood's royal menagerie were killed by an escaped beast. This threat to
So this probably is a, let's see, on the, yeah, so this is the world boss, so there's one world boss thing. That's the quest from before. What's the other quest? Should I do the quest? Culling Serpents. Wow, Waste in Corodale. That sounds like a delve. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it on the map anywhere, at least. Does it have a marker here? Tells me to go this way. Oh, here it is. Oh, so the delve is right here. So yeah, so you have a delve and a more boss quest. Nightblade with Moondancer. I'd probably go... if you're going double Inferno, then just stick with Burning Spellweave if you have that on your body. If not, you can just go with Julianos. Julianos is still going to be probably like a very good set to hold on to, you know, before you manage to get things like Sororia or Burning Spellweave. Let's see. Way Shrine, Way Shrine, Way Shrine. Way Shrine, here it is. And then looks like the guild traders are here already. I think they just like put random guild traders here until like you actually start bidding on them. So this is Millenith. Gotta find the like crafting area. I think, is this the crafting area? Yeah, this looks like the crafting area. Okay, yeah, this is the crafting area. Let's see, where's dude for jewelry crafting. Is he down here? Says he's below. I don't see him though. He's below. Oh, there he is. Get over there.
I see something within you, a glistening jewel.
Oh my god, this voice actor.
A passion teeming with brilliance, though not yet realized. Tell me, a certification will allow you to fulfill jewelry crafting dream. Let's get started, shall we? After all, good pewter dust, of course. There should be a suitable supply of pewter dust just beyond the periphery of town.
So let's go ahead and, oh, so every time you pick up a new quest, it automatically gets tracked, which is a little bit annoying in my opinion. Okay, so now we'll be able to figure out what these, like, seams look like. So there's one right here. Okay, so it's a giant chunk of rock. Got it. Should be pretty easy to spot. Well, I guess it would depend on what color they are and how they blend into the background. I mean, that blends in pretty well, like against like the gray rocks and things like that. So I don't know. We'll see. Can I jump? Can I make it? Nope. Nope. Denied. I got denied. Oh, there's stairs here. Sweet.
I shall await. Excellent work. Pewter dust can be refined in...
Oh, refining. That's easy peasy. Except the freaking thing is all the way over here. I got it all the way out back again. When can't you use the bear? So it's gonna really depend on who you ask. For me personally, not using the bear is basically depending on how many melee DPS you have, you might be able to use the bear in a hard mode or Ethereal Archive against the mage, but it's going to be dependent on how well you're able to control your bear. So like, I'm pretty good with controlling the bear. I always try to make the bear stack on one of the melee stacks, but I don't recommend you necessarily do that, especially if you're like in a group that's still progressing through a hard mode or something like that. I don't think they get targeted by Starfall anymore, so you can use them in the Warrior. The Serpent, they will die to World Shaper, so you can bring them to SO hard mode. You just have to be very mindful of World Shaper. So when you see World Shaper, make sure to recall your pets, that way they don't die to the World Shaper. So it's generally easier just to do non-pet, because otherwise you have to kind of pay attention to when World Shaper's happening. You got to hit your recall pet button and all that, and it's not really worth the hassle. Most people don't think it's worth the hassle. In Maw, I think they can die to Zashasha's pillar phase mechanic, so if it's not hiding behind a pillar, it will die. So a lot of people don't use pets on Zashasha, or if they do, they just resummon it after each pillar phase. If you're in a really good group, you only really go through like 2, maybe 3 pillar phases, so it's not that big of a deal. Twins mechanic, it's fine for twins, they don't die to prayer phase. Rakat, it's fine, they don't get like damaged or anything, they don't get targeted by any sort of mechanics there. Halls of Fabrication, in the 4th boss, the Refabrication Committee, pets can don't do as much damage because they do get stunned by the conduit strikes, and they also get stunned by the traps that spawn. So they'll sometimes just kind of be like stunned or just kind of sit there in a trap because they're caught in that CC lock there. So I don't use it there. And then Assembly General, you shouldn't use pets because if the pet, or you can use pets if you can control them, because if the pet is attacking Assembly General while he's going through that invulnerability phase during the terminal phase, all that damage your pet is doing is going to be reflected back onto you, and then you'll be dead, and someone's going to have to res you. So just be mindful of using pets on that. Asylum, don't use pets there because they do get Storm of the Heavens, so you don't want obviously any more AoEs than you have to during that phase. And then Cloudrest, they're fine for Cloudrest. From what I've heard, the only liability that they bring is that they will pop the orbs that spawn in the Zamaja fight. And you kind of don't want to pop the orbs, you want to kill the orbs, so that's kind of something just to keep in mind there, that pets can pop the orbs if they get hit by an orb there, but as long as the pets are on the boss, it's not that big of a deal, so just be mindful of that. So that's kind of like the long list of fights that you can't really use the pet for.
Now that you have the material, it's time.
Craft a pewter ring. Why can't you be next to the crafting stations? Ugh. You're making me run all the way over here. Create a pewter ring. Run all the way back and talk to you. Running. Out of stam.
Well, not yet. We have deconstructed. Simply put,
Deconstruct a piece of jewelry. Got lots of jewelry to do. Oh, I really only got 2 pieces of jewelry, but that's still 2 pieces. Ooh. Lore book. Completionist. Gotta do it. Alright, that's not gonna give you much experience. And let me just check, 'cause I did start researching something. Yeah, I'm already researching arcane rings, so I can just decom this too. Whoo, level 2. On my way to level 50. I think LZH did the math, and it's like if you have purple jewelry, you need to deconstruct like 330 something purple jewels.
Most certainly. You are now free to accept jewelry crafting writs.
Yay, jewelry crafting writs. Let's do it right now. I already did my writs for the day, but I need to get that additional experience. And Dulgabans did update his writ crafting thing. So I am gonna have to keep an eye out for nodes and things like that to get enough materials and mats. Hopefully you get mats back when you turn in a writ, but jewelry crafting is a huge ass grind. Yeah, so we got most of our pewter back. So we had 8, we have 7 now. And I think I got, oh wait, what is the jewelry piece that I got? Did I get a jewelry piece? No. My loot log. No, I don't think I got anything. Rip. Oh, let's just double check. Maybe it's in my junk. Ah, I did. Yeah, I have a intricate pewter necklace. Deconstruct that. And yeah, it's gonna take a while to get all the way up to level 50. Let me see if there's stuff I can decon. Get a little bit of space in my bags. I'm kind of anal about bag space. Yeah, I left my launcher overnight, so... Oh, that's outfitting station. Don't want that. Still clothing. Yeah, so I left mine out overnight, so that's why I'm on it right now. I need witch mothers, because I am Magica right now. Woodworking. Oh yeah, everybody got a nice nice boost to DPS in this patch. Oh wait. Yeah, I think everybody's gonna be seeing a DPS boost. Somebody I know got like additional 5k on their DPS just from this patch, just from the changes to light attack weaving. So that's basically kind of where it all stands. I do like the fact that they are increasing the basically like the DPS floor. I do like that. It will make like vet content more accessible to more people, and that's what I like to see, you know, getting more people involved in the end game content kind of stuff. Oh, this frames. I think we're gonna see a fair amount of like lag now that everybody's like up and about in Summerset.
Destroyed by shadows. Could it be true? You have the look of a traveler. Tell me, have you heard news of Cloudrest? The city within the mountains of
Oh,
Alinor.
Cloudrest.
My mother is there. Bad dreams. A great darkness devouring Cloudrest as it filled the streets. My mother's last letter spoke of the Welkanars capturing the sea-slode Zamaj just a few days ago. If there's anything powerful enough to destroy a city, it's a slode. Yes, I'm afraid I do. Could you travel to Cloudrest and seek out my mother? I know a few merchants headed to the city.
Oh, I'm going to Cloudrest later on this tune, so might as well pick this quest up. Oh, I can take the cart to Cloudrest. Nah, I'll do that later. Like I said, we're doing Cloudrest later tonight anyways, so we can skip that. Skip this quest here. We do have the 2 dailies that we're going to want to do, but I did see a quest down here, something with the justiciars. It's like a note over here somewhere. Where is it? I thought I saw the... Oh, maybe it was just like a note that was... Yeah, it was on this tree. Maybe it was just like telling you to go see the justiciars. Okay, whatever. Ooh, lore book. I like collecting lore books and reading them in my spare time when I'm just waiting around for raids to start. But we will do that one delve quest here. Oh, 61k max magic. Okay, that makes more sense. I was gonna say 61k on a max orc's really good DPS. Like that's like a rate. That's a pretty good raid parse. How much better is the game performance on multi-core? I don't really keep good track of game performance. It definitely feels better in not Summerset. I say not Summerset because Summerset has a lot of people in it right now, so I'm sure that's kind of taxing the service a little bit. So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind when you take a look at my frames and things like that. But overall, I mean, it seems to be better. They said it's really, you're going to notice a difference more in like Cyrodiil or in the what they call graphically intense areas, which I'm guessing are like cities like Alinor or Vet Trials, where you have a lot of like combat effects going on. So I haven't done a trial yet. I was in Alinor for a little bit and you kind of saw frames there, but I'm associating that more with like the sheer number of people that were there and not necessarily reflecting on the performance.
Thank you for heeding my call,
we're gonna do this delve, so we might as well pick up the quest for the delve.
My father, Kurteros, runs a boat in an angler fleet. They're long overdue. I'm probably... The fleet set off west.
Okay, this is just the regular, like, let's go save somebody quest, so I'm just gonna completely skip the dialogue. Optimal spammable for each class. For example, whip, infused weapon. Yeah, I can do something like that, so you guys can kind of see the difference between spammables. Like, Magnite Blades, for instance, if you're playing in melee range, you kind of have like 4 potential options for spammables, and you're just kind of like, well, which one's better than the rest? So I can do something on that, yeah. This is an interesting delve. Coral crab, not even mud crabs. At least the coral crabs at least look a little bit better than mud crabs. Ooh, fire. They did update some of the combat music, I noticed. So some of the combat music was updated. Oh, dead end. Maybe it's like I have to go through the cave first? Maybe, yeah, maybe it's like gotta go through the cave first. Ooh. This is probably a dead end. This looks like a dead end. We'll keep going. Just gonna loot stuff in case I get like random jewelry drops so I can decon them for experience. Actually, let's just gather up all this nonsense. guessing if I could make the left at this fork, I will be able to... I'll be able to do the one quest. Yeah, looks like I have to go left here. Can I mount in this here? Nope, can't mount. Damn it! Running along. Oh look, dead people. Sky Shard. Oh, Sky Shard was not updated. The add-on Sky Shards was not updated, so you're gonna have to search for the Sky Shard yourself. I believe it's... I want to say it's 15. Let me see. Let's check the achievement list here. Ooh, long list of things. They split up each achievement this way though. That's nice. 18 Sky Shards, so there's 6 more skill points just from Sky Shards in Summerset.
Well, never seen you before. Guess no one told you that this is my spot. Been my spot nearly. Huh. Fancy that. I told you, of course. Any Royal Marine of the Queen's Navy worth their salt. Aye. Even if they caught a glimpse of us, best we split up.
Find the missing crew members. They're all along the beach here. Go on, get out of here. Another one. I think it's up the road. So for any sort of cooldown tracker, so like action duration reminder, so like I'll just put down block 8 here. You don't want the 0 to be flashing. So if I'm reapplying it like right now, for instance, like 0 is flashing, it's too late. Here you have downtime on that dot. You don't want to have any downtime on the dot if you can help it. So you always want to try to apply it. Usually, you know, go for like 1 second left on the timer because you have to take into consideration like any sort of animation that you're gonna have to go through. So I have it pop up at 2 seconds remaining. So like you'll see here for action duration reminder, it'll go, and then when there's 2 seconds remaining, a notification will pop up, and then I just reapply it once I see that notification pop up. What do we have to do? Destroy the... okay, I see little arrows. Oh, jeez. Are you the boss? Are you a boss? You look like a boss. Nope, that wasn't the boss. Oh, you're just a normal mob. Oh, let's just... maybe I can just finish this quest first. Ooh, I see a chest. Gotta get the chest. Might have jewelry that I can decon. Yeah, jewelry.
I'll get into position and await your attack. All right, you two go prepare the boat our friend brought. We'll provide distraction. Trinimac Bra be with us.
Interesting that he says Trinimac. That's a god that you more normally associate with orcs instead. Not really high elves. Oh, I see another one over there. I can attack. For that daily quest here. Can I? There we go. Oh, another nest over there to break. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be reapplying when they are flashing. When it's flashing, it's already too late. You're already having downtime on your dots. I'm defending the ballista against what? What am I defending it against? There's nothing here. There's like a little thing there. Also, how the hell did it shoot without a bolt in its action? Oh, there they are. Ow. What?
He didn't call me the scourge of the sea drakes for nothing. They're scattering like minnows. Keep on the offensive. That'll do. Fall back and get to the boat.
I'll leave. I still have a quest to do here. I see another set of eggs I can break. Some mobs here. From what I remember, stamina heavy attacks, heavy attacks, or two-handed heavy attacks, I believe, got a nerf. Yeah, they got a nerf, so they're hitting lower overall compared to Dragon Bones. So the whole idea behind it was they wanted to equalize the damage that all the attacks were doing. So like two-handers on Dragon Bones did more damage for both their light and heavy attacks. So they were nerfed them, so they were more in line with dual wield light and heavy attacks. Whether or not that's something that's like going to be beneficial or not, I don't know. Like I've done tests and the difference is pretty small. Also, where is the hell is the delve boss? You need to kill the boss in order to get the clear. I need that achievement. But yeah, so heavy attacks have been nerfed. This is not it. This is a dead end. Maybe it's up here. Trying to find the boss. I was trying to find up. There's the last one. So where would the boss be? Maybe it's in that building over here. Let's try this building here. Maybe it's like all the way at the end here. No, that's just a normal mob. Ah yes, you are a named mob. Come here. Your achievement is mine. You're dead. There we go. And completed. Now I don't believe... Let's see if this is updated. Okay, so I use Shisus for my teleport tool, so it does look like it is updated for Summerset. You can port to somebody in Summerset. Hooray! So yes, basically the patch notes are all in relation to the damage they deal on Dragon Bone. So if it says like they reduce the damage for light attacks from dual wield, it's comparing it to Dragon Bone, so it does deal less damage when compared to Dragon Bones. So pretty much like Destro staves got pretty good buff, but I believe all of Stam got nerfs across the board. I think except for light attacks. I think light attacks ended up getting buffed, I think. I'm not sure, I don't remember. Oh, wait, I have a couple of skills I need to level. Go through them real quick. Still need to get Molten up to level 4. I do need to get Fragmented up, because I'm going to use Fragmented instead of Igneous on my tank now for that extra major mending. So I do need to level this for my tank. I think there is, yeah, I need to do Illy Drain. I don't really need to do Illy Drain, I just like to have it at level 4. Destructive Reach, because I do 10 on PvPing. Dampens all the way up. I don't think there's anything here. Major Skill is all good. Overflowing Altar I need to level. I do have Sanguine up to level 4, but I want both of them to be at level 4 just so I can basically pick between the two of them. I think that's all these skills I need to level up. Yeah.
That was fast.
Daily
The
recompense.
divine prosecution.
Let's go ahead and see what's in this this daily quest. What do we get? Oh, we get new motif. We get Theorycrafting and its swords. I like swords. I don't think Craft Store has been updated with the new styles yet. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they look like here. Hammer, swords. This great sword. The Theorycrafting great sword looks like. Can't like zoom out any further, but it does seem like it's just a typical pointed sword. And then for the one-handed sword. One-handed sword. This is with the my color scheme, so it is gold. Because I like gold weapons. That actually looks pretty nice. I would probably end up using this. Yeah, I mean it is a straight edge sword, and I prefer curved edge swords, curved blades. But yeah, that's just me, personal. But that's like personal stuff, really. Let's see. That's the cart to Cloudrest. There we go. I think that's the delve quest we want to go. For my tank, I'm still going with the typical like Ebon Alkosh, if the other tank is not already wearing Ebon. Otherwise, I'll probably end up doing something. I don't think like in terms of sets anything's gonna change with tanks, so it's gonna be like Plague and Alkosh and Torag's Pact and Dragon Guard. I mean, there's not that much that changed for tanks too much, just in terms of gear at least. Skill-wise, you might see a couple of changes here and there in skills.
Father, you have me so worried. What happened? Where's your boat?
None of that now, my nervous cup. I'll tell you all about it. But first, there's one more thing we need to see to. Come, friends.
He washes up here after being gone for weeks. His boat nowhere in sight. And he acts like it's just another... Oh, he put you up to that,
Wait,
didn't he?
okay, yep, there we go. Gotta make sure I'm on the right bar.
He's not fooling me. I can tell something happened. Father's putting on a brave face, like...
Hooray, rank 3 multi-whip. Okay, let's see if we can find, because I think the townhouse is the free apartments. Let's see if we can find the quest to get that house. Look, they're still running. They're probably running to the tavern because he said he wants to commit his memories to drink. Which doesn't make much sense, because generally when you drink, you end up forgetting things that happened. So let's see. I'd imagine that the housing quest is probably going to be in a tavern. So let's try... And this is the Clothing Mages Guild. That's the market. The plaza. Guild traders here. Temple. Yeah, let's try the tavern first and see if the housing quest is in the tavern. Oh, wait. I know what I have to do. I have to actually like make a new character in order to get that. Okay. Son of a... Ugh. How much is a character slot? Like 3,000, I think. 1,500. Yeah. I'll pay the crowns for that. I have crowns just sitting around anyways. So I do have to make a new character to get that. Okay. Let's see if there are any more quests in Alinor. Because actually, when you first get Summerset, Alinor, as you guys saw, Alinor Way Shrine wasn't actually active at the time. You actually get the Shimmerine Way Shrine instead, so maybe that's where the main quest starts. So we might go over there instead. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any quests here. I'm just gonna wander around. Bank is here. Yeah, I don't see any more quests, and I've pretty much ran through the entire gamut. Yeah, let's go. Oh wait, nope, I see a quest. Rigert the Brash, above. So when it says above, let's see, how do I get up there though? Fighters Guild? Might be a way up from the Fighters Guild. See if I can figure out how we can get up there. There seems to be a quest up there. Nope, this just looks like a... They did a pretty good job. Uh-oh. There we go. We're back. we're good. Thought the game crashed on me. Yeah, let's try the Fighters Guild. Maybe there's like a way to the roof from the Fighters Guild. And stairs. Good. You want to go up. Empty room. You can be a thief. You can steal stuff. Okay, so there's no real exit here. I guess this isn't the way up to where we want to go. Let's see what's in here. Armorsman, safe box. So, nope. Not through here. Yeah, tanks got kind of shafted with that with sets. It's kind of unfortunate. I was hoping that the new tank set would actually be somewhat decent, but like it's not. It's not that great. Let's try the bank. Go-to set for mag decays. Mag decays. The set that you're gonna want to run is. There's stairs back there. Can I go back there? Okay. Can I hop the thing? Nope. 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 They're like, nope, can't go back there. Alright, it's not in the bank. Go-to set for magic DKs is going to be Burning Spellweave and Sororia. That's the setup that I have. I'm actually going to be releasing builds. I am actually traveling between the 23rd and 31st, but I am going to be releasing build videos during that time. So I do have to get them uploaded and scheduled, but they will be coming out while I'm gone. So there will still be content. It just won't be any sort of live streams or anything like that. So how the hell do I get up there? Let's just keep like taking stairs up. Here's some stairs. Let's go all the way up. This is the townhouse. Mages Guild. More stairs. Keep going up. Let's keep going up. And we're going up. And we're still going. That's an impressive castle right there. Not as awesome as the Mournhold Temple, but I'm a bit biased because I like my Dark Elves.
How can Rigert negotiate peace if stupid high elves won't talk to him? Most excellent to be seeing you again, my bestest friend. It is me, Rigert. The Ebonheart Pact sent me to extend a branch of...
It has been such a long time since I've done the Ebonheart Pact quest that I completely forgot all, like, not all of them, but most of the characters. So I'm sure Rigert the Brash was in one of the like Ebonheart Pact storylines, but it's been such a long time since I've done it. I don't even remember who this dude is. This old shambling drunk Nord.
The glorious pact sent Rigert to bargain with Queen Irene, to use my considerable charms to woo high elves to talk of peace, and these tall, skinny elves, they have so many rules. Did you know Queen Irene isn't even on Summerset? And to get an audience with her proxy queen requires some sort of proper introduction. Vindilween won't let me set foot in the palace without one.
Okay, so for those of you guys who kind of haven't been really keeping up with Summerset, yeah, Queen Irene, as you guys know, is on the mainland, and so in her place, Summerset is the capital of the Aldmeri Dominion, and Alinor is the capital of Summerset. Even though the Aldmeri Dominion's capital is Grotwood, technically the capital for the High Elves is Alinor, and so while Queen Irene is out doing queen business with the Banner War, she has a proxy queen in her place. So that's what he's talking about here, the proxy queen. So Elfbane for mag decays. It's actually a pretty good set. The downside of using Elfbane is you will basically have to run 5 light, 2 heavy. So you have a little bit of extra health, but you lose out on the 2% max magicka from the Undaunted passive. But Elfbane and Burning Spellweave is pretty good. I've tried a couple of different combinations for like mag decay. So Burning Spellweave, Sororia, Elfbane, Sororia, Silk to the Sun, Burning Spellweave, and they're all pull fairly similar DPS to each other. The only set that kind of showed any sort of like noticeable difference, like anything greater than 1000 DPS difference, was Acuity, and that's just because of the Acuity nerf. And then mag decays, a lot of our damage is our dots, so not a very good chance of proccing Acuity. So typically what you're going to want to do is just want to do something like Sororia as your 5-piece, imperfect or perfect, doesn't really matter, and then like Burning Spellweave as your proc set. If you have Elfbane or Silks of the Sun, then Sororia is going to be your proc set. Sororia will be on your front bar instead, and so when you're doing that, you got to be a little bit more mindful of when you're going to your back bar to reapply dots or anything, because if the Sororia proc falls on your back bar, you have 5 seconds to go back to your front bar and basically reproc it with the whip or Ellie weapon or whatever your single target damage ability is. So what I found the best in slot was going to be Sororia and Burning Spellweave, but if you want to do something like Sun and Sororia, that's perfectly fine. You want Sun, obviously, to be on your main body all the time, so then Sororia becomes your proc set. If you're doing Sororia Burning Spellweave, then Spellweave is going to be your proc set. And then in terms of Monster Helm, Zahn or Grothar. It really depends on whether you can get Scale Caller down on Vet. If you can't, then just go with Grothar instead. Grothar does have the advantage of basically giving you some more AoE cleave damage, so it's going to be better for trash pulls. And yes, Magicka staves do count as 2 pieces, and yeah. So June 5th is the release date for consoles because of the whole verification process between with Microsoft and Sony. So you can basically live vicariously through us, the PC players, and also you can kind of thank us a little bit because we're going to basically be bug testing this for you guys. Because I do think when this does go live for you guys on consoles, I think they're going to include at the very least the first set of bug fixes that we get. So next PC patch on next Monday, I'm pretty sure when console is released, you'll get those set of patch notes already built into the thing, so you don't have to worry about like week 1 bugs or anything like that.
You would help Rigert? That makes my heart dance like young ones at the Mother's Day
I do
ball.
want to see what this is, where this quest goes.
And find out how we get one of these proper high elf introductions. Remember, I brought gifts. That should open a few doors.
I mean, I'm just a pact. I play pact whenever I PvP in Cyrodiil. The rare occasions I do, I play pact usually.
Oh, such treasures I brought. Gifts that any Nord would kill for. And many have. I brought
Depressing
from the vaults,
stuffed
Windhelm,
goat.
a depressing stuffed goat. Tibella's bosom
Ah,
knight
this
favor,
is-
an excellent treasure. This was King Yoren's prized pet Badir, known for her bravery.
Oh,
She once
okay.
faced down a horde of rampaging orcs. The Skald King
That's where the
stopped
name comes
her
from.
for display. Something every virile man and woman can appreciate. This bust of Tibella, god of beauty and erotic instruction, holds a place of honor in many Nord benchmarks.
So this is basically one of those like superstitious things that's like, if you have the statue of the goddess of sex, your sex will be better.
We'll love it.
This is why Elder Scrolls is rated M for mature.
Oh, this one is popular with maidens and matrons who can afford it. The alchemists.
That's
of
great.
Windhelm
Who wouldn't want to smell like
crafted
wet
this
mammoth?
expensive fragrance for use. Rigert is the bestest ambassador in all of Skyrim. Sometimes I think the Nord cultural exchange was created just to take advantage of my talents and inaptitudes. I think that was the word the Thane used. Anyway, Rigert has come.
Alright, that's enough of exposition. Let's go ahead and let's go over all this stuff. Let's try to make peace between the Pact and the Dominion. Whether or not that's even possible, who knows? Well, this is quite grandiose. I guess it's better than like what the Thanes have.
Did I see you with that Nord? You really need to reconsider the company you keep. An audience with the proxy queen for a Nord? Well, an introduction requires certain documents. A recommendation from the appropriate sapiarch, for example. As well as
So I
an
still
order
have
from the
no
divine
idea.
prosecution. Perhaps a small favor for me.
So I still have no idea what a sapiarch is. Divine prosecution, just from the sounds of it, it sounds like a like a paramilitary force, maybe like a police force. I'm sure like when I do the main quest, I'll learn what all these sapiarchs and divine prosecutions are if I like ask the additional dialogue options.
A crude yet accurate analogy. Get Sapiarch Tandeman to provide a recommendation, and Justiciar Rolamdel to give Rigot a legal writ validating his credentials. Then, as a favor to me, acquire a pair of tickets to Thespian Enigma's next performance. More. You newcomers just seem to want and want and want. Oh, very well.
Yeah, I don't want any sort of exposition here. Let's go ahead and talk to all these people. All the people here. We got a Sapiarch, we got a... not a Justiciar. Divine Prosecution. Wait, was it just... did she call him a Justiciar? Yes. The rewards for the worthy geodes are so helpful. So where is everybody? They're probably all down below somewhere. So there's one. Sapiarch is over there. Oh, I have to travel all over the place. Jesus Christ. Well, let's go ahead and do the traveling then. Screw it. I have plenty of soul gems. Wonder if I got stuck anywhere. Hey, you can land that lip. Here you are, Sapiarch.
I hope you aren't here about anything important. My schedule is completely full. I couldn't... A recommendation? I'll have you know that I don't just throw those together in a slapdash fashion. A recommendation must be researched and carefully considered. I can't be too cautious when it comes to endorsing new arrivals.
Jeez. You guys are all assholes. Snobby little high elves.
Vindilween? Why didn't you say so? If you can acquire items of cultural significance from the newcomers, say something from a Khajiit, a Breton, and an Argonian, I might be persuaded to write a recommendation for ambassador. As a matter of fact, I do. The Khajiit's name is Urjara. Exotic, don't you think? Henri Ondare is the Breton, and the Argonian calls herself Grayscale. Bring me something that belongs to...
Acquire cultural objects. Oh, they're all pretty close. That's nice. Oh yes, Olarume is likely going to replace SPC in, I want to say like 95% of the fights that you will be healing. It's just so much stronger. Oh no, I can just steal it. I'm just gonna steal it. Fuck. I'm in a corner. You can't see me. Fuck. Go away. There we go. Alright, hold on. I gotta wait for... Oh, come on. Who saw me? It was probably just this year. Let me just pay off my balcony.
Stop right there!
I want to see what their dialogue is.
Too slow, trollface. Now it is time to... well, it's time for something. What is this for? Oh, right. Found it.
What the hell? Why am I like detected? Do I have to eat it? Like I'm like all the way back here in the corner. Fuck it. I'm just gonna take it. Okay, I mean, it looks like it's a bug. I'm not actually detected. Oh, damn it. She's right next to her backpack. Okay. Ah, poop. I wonder... I think they're quest items, so they don't actually get taken away from you if you get caught.
Stop right there. Do not think about running. Good. Carry on.
Yeah, they don't get... Okay, I thought they'd get taken, but whatever. But, Yeah, so basically Olorime is going to be replacing SBC, and so the reasoning behind this is, for those of you guys who are wondering, is SBC does have a cap to the number of people that is able to hit. So basically SBC can only hit up to 6 targets at once, and it doesn't really have like a smart deciding factor. It will target players instead of pets if there are players around, but let's say you have like 3 players in your circle and then you have 2 pets in the circle, then the pets will eat the SPC buff, and then you can't apply it to anybody else until, you know, the SPC buff drops off. So then you have 2 DPS potentially that are not won't be able to get the SPC buff. Olorime, on the other hand, doesn't have that sort of limitation. You can apply it to anybody as long as they are inside that circle. The buff lasts for longer, so it does last for 30 seconds. And you only need to touch the circle once, and then you can move out of the circle, and you will still have the buff. SBC, the buff only lasts for 10 seconds, and you have to heal somebody that's already at full health. So SBC has several limitations that Olorime doesn't have. Now Olorime does have its own downsides, so it is a small circle and you do need to place it somewhere, and your DPS will have to move around for it. So Olorime is going to be much stronger in stack and burn fights than it's going to be in mobile fights or in fights where you're going to be spread out. So for example, does Hasha and Ma, Olorime might not be quite as strong in that fight compared to something like the Manticora in SO, for example. But all that being said, the strength of Olorime generally make it worth running over SPC. So for example, like Zaj, even though you're spread out, if you time it so that way you put the circle down after curses have been thrown out, DPS can move into the circle, move back out to their positions, and basically just stay there for 30 seconds until they have to basically rebuff themselves a second time to get their Midget Courage buff again. So yeah, Olorime is definitely going to end up replacing SPC in probably 95% of the fights in the game. There are probably only a very few fights where you would want to run SPC instead of Olorime's, and I really can't think of any off the top of my head, to be honest. Maybe something like Assembly General, perhaps, when, you know, your DPS are divided up. You have one on top, one in the trench, for instance. That's like one of the only fights I can think of. Maybe even like Art Custodian, where you might be moving around, but even then the buff lasts for a very long period of time. Maybe the Refabrication Committee, like when you're split up, basically when you have the group split up, it might not be as strong. It might be better to use SPC instead. But generally speaking, Olorime is definitely going to be stronger than SPC. So if you're a healer, I would highly recommend trying to get a Olorime set put together.
You did? That is most excellent, my good friend. But Rigert has an even better idea. We should also give the Sapiarch one of my gifts. Nothing says culture like a Nord keepsake. But which one do you think he would like best?
Alright, do I give them the stuffed goat, the naked statue, or basically mammoth perfume? I'm going to go with the logical choice. Okay, so we also have to consider the other 2 people. So we have Justiciar, and we also have a thespian, so basically a performer. And this guy is probably some sort of like nobilities. Like Sapiarch is probably like some sort of like nobility class or some sort of like ruling class or something. I'm thinking the thespian will probably like the boob statue. I'm not 100% sure what the Justiciar might appreciate the stuffed goat, maybe? Like, it's like, oh, this goat was killed people. I don't know. Let's just go with Essence of Mammoth. Yeah, let's go with Essence of Mammoth.
I think the Sapiarch would like an item with more permanence. Unless he has a sweet onion. Sweet onions love perfume. And by sweet onions,
so this
I mean
so this is actually like you have to pick the right one. Okay.
While the stuffed goat has sentimental value, it doesn't quite strike me as the perfect. Interesting. The Night Favor depicts a beloved Nord god. It is solid and will last forever. And it might help the Sapiarch if he ever.
Okay, so there actually are assigned things there. Womp womp.
Rigert means a lover. A perfect choice.
I have no idea like where this whole sweet onion thing is. Okay.
are the cultural items you asked
Let's
for,
see the
along with a
dialogue
gift
here. Kind of
from
want to know what the
Rhaegar.
dialogue looks like.
A Nord night favor.
That's everything I wanted. Plus an arousing example of Nord erotica. Thank you. Here is the official letter of recommendation you requested.
Oh God, I don't know. Oh jeez. Fine example of Nord erotica. Basically, it's like, thank you for your porn, Nord. 10 out of 10, Zos. You managed to include porn in this. Alright, so Sunhold. This looks like you kind of have to go through. Yeah, this is a public dungeon. Let's go over to this group boss. Let's go to the world boss. It's nearby while we're here, and then we can journey on past the docks of Alinor. Let's see if I can find my way out the city. New crown crates. Let's see. I think they're new crown crates.
Well met. Until next
Nope, they're still scale collar crown crates. But there should be new ones coming out. I think this season's almost done. Because I think the scale collar ones came out, I want to say like March. So that's every like 3 months or so. Oh, there's oh, it's the cart to Cloudrest. Never mind. I thought that was a quest. So let's go over to that world boss. No, I don't want to be in the big thing. I want it. There it is. I do think that Olorime is definitely very, very strong. Is this the world boss? Am I in the right spot for the world boss? No, the world boss is still way over there. Probably down here. Yeah. So yeah, Olorime is definitely what I've considered to be strong. I'm not sure if I would say overpowered, but oh wait, I should probably make sure I have proper skills set up. So burning embers, engulfing flames. Ah, fuck! I'm in combat. Whatever. There's 2 other people here. But yeah, Olorime is, I think, a little bit overperforming. I'm not sure if I would necessarily say definitely overperforming. But it's definitely something that I do think needs to be a little bit rebalanced. Maybe like reduce the uptime maybe a little bit. But yeah, I'm not sure how to go about doing that. I feel like we should probably kill these balls. Probably what's making her take reduced damage. Oh, I didn't want to drink a potion. Yeah, let's get rid of these balls. Oh, jeez. You can't kill me because I got battle ore, bitch. Oh. Actually, since I have altar time, I might as well put it down. But yeah, I don't know how you would rebalance Olorime's. If it was up to me, I'd probably just like reduce the duration down to like 20 seconds or maybe 15 seconds. But I have no real experience in terms of game design, so Get some more minor lifesteal going. Uh-oh. Oh, so you can block that. Okay, there's a very small window for you to block it, though, it seems. Die! There we go. That was an interesting fight. And we got the clear. That's all that matters. Achievements. Alright, so now let's find a way up to the next spot here. So I don't think there's any. Yeah, there's no quests here. So Enigma is the next one. That's going to be in Relenville. Let's travel over to Relenville then. Best traits for jewelry, for Stam and Magicka. So it's going to be 1. Oh nope, I thought that was a jewelry crafting node. It's going to be 1 bloodthirsty, and then for Magicka it's going to be 2 arcane. If you're a stamina, it's going to be 2 infused with weapon damage enchant. You can go with 3 bloodthirsty. I believe it's Gilliam who did the math, and he ended up with 1 bloodthirsty, and then the 2 arcane or 2 infused would be best in slot for jewelry traits. And the primary reason for that, basically the takeaway that I got from the video, was that if you have all your DPS running bloodthirsty, they end up being less and less effective overall. And so you kind of want to balance that out. So plus bloodthirsty is only really going to help you during the last 25% of a boss fight. But arcane and infused will help you out during the whole duration of the fight. And based on my testing on the 6 million dummy solo tests, it ended up being pretty much like they're really close to each other. So you can go something like 3 bloodthirsty if you'd like, but 1 bloodthirsty, 2 arcane, or 2 infused is going to be best in slot. Alright, so we need the favor for the Enigma, and there's a quest hub here in Relenville, so we'll be able to do the quest here as well for Relenville. And we can put fragmented shield back on so we can level it while we're killing stuff. Quest givers above. This is probably going to be the quest hub quest.
You there? You're new to
I did
Relenville,
open such a
aren't you?
crown crate.
You
I got
certainly look like an
crap.
outsider.
I got tattoos and
Out
then
of
like
necessity,
typical
I
potions
must
and
beg your
and
aid.
and
My
stuff.
brother is about to make a terrible mistake and join an appalling organization. Worse, an acting troupe. The House of Reveries may be famous across Summerset, but my brother is one of the most gifted academics of our generation. For him to waste his talents performing for rich nobles is just... I fear he's already signed up, and that's why I require you as an ally. I'll need you to infiltrate the acting troupe. Auriel himself would smile on your kindness. Now,
This is an interesting thing.
the House of Reveries is hosting auditions this very moment. You must present yourself. Well, they don't take just anyone. Only the most talented performers even get an audition, but don't worry. I've already devised a solution. I've enchanted a set of knives that will allow you to juggle with perfect rhythm. They would. Oh, it's quite simple, really. Toss one in the air and relax your mind. Your hands will do the rest. I've used them a number of times and never cut myself. And I'm
This
about
is
to
going to
score.
be interesting. I hope I can get those knives as like a memento or something. I did not open them on stream. I opened them right when I logged in, and then I was playing around with internet settings to guess a little bit, so I didn't manage to get it on stream. But you only get 1 crate, so I opened that one. I do hope they bring other class DPS up to stuff to Mag Nightblade. The closest I managed to get was on a Magicka Warden and Mag DKs. I pulled about 41k on a Mag DK and about 40k on a Magicka Warden using the bear. So Mag Nightblade on the other hand, melee range of course, I was getting like around like 44, 45k as at the top. So yeah, that's a pretty big jump in DPS. So I really hope that they do end up buffing the other classes to match, but like we'll have to wait and see. Wait, do I have to like? Oh, I don't have to wait in line. Okay, I'm the line cutter. Fuck you guys.
Well done. Come, talk. No more auditions for today.
I think that was the exact same animation for the what is it? The New Life Festival when you have to do that.
My, you certainly do have a talent for juggling. One might almost say your hands work like magic. Tell me, why do you wish to join the House of Reveries? A wonderful answer, but it's not very creative, is it? I'd work on that. You'll want something more dramatic if you wish to impress the Grand Maestro. Still, I'd be happy to sponsor you for house membership.
I still like
if you complete my challenge, of course.
all these masks just remind me of Dragon Age Inquisition because I'm still playing through Inquisition when I'm not playing ESO from time to time, and it's just reminding me so much of the Orlesians. This whole snooty high culture and hiding themselves behind masks.
When we join the troupe, we abandon our old selves and take an identity reflected in our masks. What unique item suits you, I wonder? A griffin feather? Yes, that would be lovely. Go collect a feather and meet me in front of the Manor of Masks.
Ugh. Masks with a Q-U-E-S instead of a K-S. Alright, let's go kill a griffin. I'm sure we have to kill the griffin. It would not be... It can't be that easy just to walk up and pluck it off of them. So what sets are best for mag blades? Mag blades right now, you're going to want to run Sororia with Mother Sorrow. That's going to be best in slot. If you don't have Sororia, you can go with Master Architect instead on your body piece. Mother Sorrow would be on your front bar here, or you can swap it around. It really doesn't really matter too much. Oh, I thought that was a person for a second. Oh, hello, Griffin. Yep. You're dead. But yeah, so if you don't have Sororia, then I would go with... Is that a... Oh, I just collected a bug. It's fine. I need insect parts anyways. For fishing eventually when I go for that. Well, here... We're not in Craglorn. But you do have several options when it comes to sets. So test out Mother Sorrow, Acuity, Burning Spellweave with Sororia, and the difference between Burning Spellweave and Mother Sorrow is pretty small. Acuity performed the worst. So that's basically what I would go with. Either Sororia, Burning Spellweave, Sororia, Mother Sorrow. If you don't have Sororia, you can go as Tried and True Julianos, or gotta invite this person to Hellfire. Roster. There we go. Yeah. So if you don't have a Sororia, like I was saying, you can go with Master Architect if you're playing in melee range. If you are playing at range, like range DPS, you can go with something like Julianos, or you can do Burning Spellweave on the body and do like Mother Sorrow on the front bar. Or you can go with Moondancer instead. Moondancer, 5-piece Moondancer. That'd be a decent choice as well. Oh, she's not here. But those are the options you have. So you have several options here, but the absolute best DPS I managed to get was from Sororia and Mother Sorrow.
You've returned intact. How wonderful. I was worried the griffin might have been a bit too much, but I see you're not one to be easily deterred. Good. Tell me, how did you acquire your most lovely feather?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna... Oh, I didn't actually kill a griffin for the feather. I took the feather and then killed the griffin. So... rest of that.
Clever, but a bit dry. What if the nest was on a cliff's edge? Perhaps you slipped the beast a sleeping drought. Oh, and the feather was enchanted by a nereid. Well, those are just suggestions. With this lovely feather, your mask is complete. Now's the time to don your mask and play the game of boasts. Talk with the other 3 hopefuls, perform together, and then ask each other one question. Your answers must be tales that can wow the crowd. You'll find the other potentials inside our quarters, the Manor of Masks. We have a talented crop this week.
Get a mask. Is it under, like, do we actually get a mask? I don't see a mask anywhere. Maybe it's like automatically put on when you enter the thing. Oh, I saw a book. Book!
I presume it was quick for the Sylvanar's advisor in the end. You have my sympathies.
Let's go enter and do the quest. I'll do Enigma later. Another book. A book.
I heard your audition was a success. Of course, I knew my daggers would impress. Now, you need to mingle with the other potential. As twins, we share a striking resemblance, but all hopefuls wear a mask. Still, I have a suggestion. We were attacked by a griffin when we were little. Laredale pushed me aside to save me and took a wound to his chest. He still has the scar. None come to mind. Say, why don't you take my journal? I've kept numerous notes on my interactions with Laredale, leading up to when he decided to leave for Rome.
Let's see here. I'm gonna have to kind of memorize some of this stuff. So magic. Da, da, da. Reeking of alcohol and perfume. Oh, can't do anything with his face because he's wearing a mask. Let's see. So he's been accepted by the Sapiarch of Thaumaturgy. Okay. So on the 2nd of Rain's Hand, he took part in a party, and then he's accepted by the Sapiarch of Thaumaturgy. That might be like 2 things that we want to keep in mind here. And then 16th of First Seed is when they first came over, so I'll see if I can remember that. Talk to Firebird. Sets I'm using on my Mag Decay for right now, since I don't have Sororia yet. I'm using Burning Spellweave and then Moon Dancer on my front bar. And then I have Zahn. That's what I'm using right now, so 2-piece Zahn with a health enchant, because I am using Witch Mothers. I do have my tank set up here, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream Vet Cloudrest tonight, because we are doing Vet Cloudrest with Mayflower. So I'm not sure if I can tell you guys what we're doing, but I am still in my tank setup here because I do intend on tanking tonight. So I'm just gonna like just swap skills out. Like for questing, it's fine, but normally I would have 64 points to Magicka, so I would need that health enchant because I am using Witch Mothers. Then 3-piece Burning Spellweave on the body, and then 5-piece Moon Dancer. So I have 3 jewelry. I still have to enchant them with 3 spell damage. And then I have Inferno Staff front bar, Infused Flame, and Malsham Inferno back bar, Infused Weapon damage. So that's my build right now until I get Sororia. Once I get Sororia, I will have to get a Burning Spellweave Inferno Staff, so I do intend on farming City of Ash 1 on normal throughout the day in order to get the Inferno staff there, because I will have to do Sororia front bar, and then Burning Spellweave would be my proxit on the front bar here. Alright, let's go finish up this quest here.
No mask? Really? Or is that just amazingly lifelike? No matter. To each his own. You're here to play the game of boaster.
Do I not have the mask? Is it a quest item? Oh, it is a quest item. I have to use it. Oh, okay. Pretty plain.
Welcome, fellow Hopu. What's your talent? Ventriloquism? Dancing? Oh, are you one of those illusionists? Alchemy didn't explain it. Well, I'm happy to share. First, we must perform as a team, so we can learn each other's strength. Well, let's start simple, shall we? I'll do what I do, and you'll do what you do. Join me, and we'll see what we can do together.
Alright, so he's a fire breather. So, let me see here. So he did thaumaturgy, so I'm not 100% sure what that is. But I guess I'll just see what the things is.
That was impressive. You've got quite the talent for juggling. Never could I do that myself. Tried it once and nearly sliced off a finger. Now to the questions. I'll start. Tell me, my deft-fingered friend, where did you grow up?
I actually like the Vivek thing, just because I like Dark Elves. So we'll do the Vivek thing.
I've heard tell of this rock. Does it truly float above Vivek City, as the travelers from Morrowind tell it? I'm glad I don't live there, I'll tell you that. Big floating rock above my head? That's nerve-wracking. All right. Oh, yes. All 6 of them. I grew up with a pack of wolves, you see. Lost my parents to a griffin attack when I was 2. But Mama took me in and taught me to hunt and fetch sticks. Hold on. That's 2 questions, isn't it? You only get 1. But here's a truth to match my boast. The House of Reveries is amazing. Performing. Oh, you know how family is. If your ancestors weren't fire breathers, why would you want to be? Well, I wish you the best in your audition for the Grand Might.
Okay. Wonder if that's him. Alright, let's go talk with Clever now. Is he upstairs? He's upstairs.
Well, hello there. Good to see another hopeful joiner. I always get a bit drunk before a performance. Helps loosen up the muscles. You know, swallowing a sword isn't as easy as it looks. There's always the danger. I don't need a juggler. I need an announcer. Someone to sell. Just stand at that podium like we're up on stage. Then use your best announcer voice and talk
So
me up
she
to the crowd.
clearly can't be it because we're looking for a brother, so we're looking for a guy, not a chick.
Never seen anyone. You got a great voice. I almost worry you might have oversold.
Let's see here. What do I want to do?
Now to the game. Maybe it's the alcohol talking, but you're a fine-looking one, aren't you? Got someone special waiting at home? Tell me. I'm curious.
Let's do. Let's be a flirt.
Talk to me again after I'm another hour into my cups. I have a feeling you and I are going to get along famously. Do I? What? Well, that's just rude, isn't it? What, I'm not enough of a mer for you? I'll have Very much so. Why, the first day I was here, Loxon gave me one of her very own dresses. Said it was a shame I didn't have anything decent to wear. I near cried. It was same to you. Gorgeous. Oh, I just can't wait until...
Alright. Last one is Feathermoth. Who's Feathermoth? Oh, he's naked. Or half naked.
You must know, we are competing for the same post. Let me be clear then, in stating that I do not intend to fail my audition.
Oh, he does have the scar on his chest there, so
it is my destiny.
that helps.
Collaboration never hurts. Care to play the game? Even the most captivating of dances cannot entice an audience without the rhythm of a drum. The soothing sound. Take this drum. 3 rhythm sections lie before you. Fast, medium, and slow. I will move through the dances, I know, and you will match my speed on the drum. Let's begin!
That's pretty slow. I think that's the Dunmer dance. Oh no, that's the Bosmer lady dance, I think.
Observe my movements and match my speed. Let's begin!
Yeah, that's the Bosmer lady dance. That's the Dunmer lady dance. You can tell I do a lot of dancing in my spare time.
And again, keep time.
Then that leaves just the orc.
Our performance aligns. Impressive. Your rhythm could use refinement, but I salute your determination. May the best performer join the House of Reveries and become a great name. And now to my question. Who trained you?
I'll go with nobody trained. Although the Dragon Priest one. Nice nod to Skyrim.
That is quite the image, I'll admit. A more amusing tale than I've heard from others, and for that I offer. I, 2 siblings, though only one is a sister. Joan and Jode are my twins, and on the nights when the shadow covers the moon, we dance together in the sky above. The thunder you hear on a stormy night? You think so? I've been practicing my acting skills as well, you know. One never knows what performance he'll have to do next. These days are a far cry from what I was doing. I still have burns from failed fire spells, you know. I'd rather not speak of it. The stage is where I belong, and where
I'm thinking it's Firemoth. Or Feathermoth, not Firemoth.
It shall remain. Thank you for performing with me. Should we both be accepted?
It's gotta talk with the sister. Oh. Below. Okay. Let's go down below. I'm gonna go make dinner. It's about 6 o'clock right now, so I should probably go eat dinner soon.
I know who you seek, Hopeful, but you will not find Fair Renide here. She has departed for the moment, which means we can speak freely of your quest to find her brother Laredale. You wish to stop him from joining the House of Reveries.
Oh, somebody in Mayflower managed to... This might be the final quest in the Sigil Order skill line. Quest tree, I should say.
I'm well aware of what she believes. I wonder, though, if either of you have ever considered what Laredale wants. Do you truly wish to force Laredale onto a path he does not wish to walk? Do you believe that best serves the Sapiarchs?
Oh, let's see here. So, we can go with either the Sapiarch needs talented mages, or every person should be allowed to choose their own path. Me personally, I'd answer this, and that's probably what I would actually pick, like if I was, yeah, I'll say, yeah, I think every person should be allowed to choose their own path, regardless of whether, you know, family or whatever agrees with it or not.
Well, then I'm confused. If you believe this, why help her track down her brother? Laredale has made his wishes clear, why not respect them? I know Renide loves her brother and believes she knows what is best. But his course is not hers to guide. Only if he wishes to speak to her. Right now he does not. Yet I'll admit to a moment of professional curiosity. You have played the game of boasts with the other hopefuls. Which of them... I see. Is it clever, then? Do not be too quick to answer. When you join the House of Reveries, you leave behind all your former identity. Feathermoth, then? Think carefully of all you know about Laredale, all Renaid has told you, and all you have read in her journal. Yes, I am aware of the journal. Interesting. You know, of course, I cannot divulge the name of any member of the House of Reveries, hopeful or no. To reveal their identity is ground. Then tell her this truth, as it was told to me. Laredale has always envied her talent with magic. That envy is why he left, and why he wishes never to see her again. The truth is harsh, but it is my hope it will free Renaid to follow her dreams.
Oh, that's interesting.
Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me, the Grand Maestro is gathering our hopefuls in the amphitheater for their final audition. I would prefer you not attend. We have played our game, but there is no place here for a juggler using magic daggers.
Oh, hello. Sorry for wandering away. I've been so worried about finding my brother. I thought... Oh, drat. I was hoping she wouldn't discover you. She's a mage, you know. We recognize our own, and magic comes off her in waves powerful enough that even a blind novice would notice. Well, what did she say? But that's ridiculous. Laredale and I, we've always been together. The only time we were apart were the 3 minutes between when I was born and he was. No, that's ludicrous. Laredale never envied me. He was better than me. Alchemy is lying to you. Absolutely not. Can you imagine one of the top mages of our generation doing parlor tricks for wine-gobbling nobles? It would be a crime against Summerset. Thank you, I suppose. It's now clear Laredale has lost his way. He has truly lost himself in this fantasy of becoming a thespian. No matter. We shall solve this at the final audition. Once I reveal... This is bigger than desires. And joining the Sapiarchs isn't just my dream. It was once Laredale's too. We both longed to study magic with the best in Summerset. And he's just... forgotten. Yes. Once his identity is revealed to all, the House of Reveries cannot allow him to join. That is their requirement.
So do I warn Alchemy or do I lie to her? I think I'll warn her. Kinda wanna see this mage versus mage fight.
I seem to recall asking you not to come. I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to take the stage. I'll publicly withdraw my sponsorship if I have to. However, is everything with Renaid all right? Did you come here to tell me something? She what? Why, that stubborn, unrelenting... Oh, no. We can't cancel, and I can't allow my hopefuls to be unmasked. It would ruin them. Please, take the stage. I know some magic. I can use it to redirect Renaid's spell to unmask you and only you.
Listen for your cue. It's weird that it's only like one spot that I can do it. Oh, because I have to do it for each person. That's what it is.
You! How could you? You betrayed me.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah, you agreed to help her, but on the other hand, I do believe if this is what he wants, he shouldn't be forced to do something he doesn't want to do. So, let's see. Lore book. Probably upstairs. Yep, upstairs she is.
Has she left? Has Renai departed for Lelandro? Did I do the right thing? Was it right to lie to her about who I was? What if she never forgives me? I suppose there's no denying that now. Though I'd ask you, please, don't share it with the others. When I joined the House of Reveries over a year ago, I gave up being Laredale. I am alchemy, but my sister... Well,
I was completely wrong then. That's a pretty good play there.
We're twins. We've always been together. But while she loves studying and solitude, I hate it. I love crowds and people and noise. To join the stuffy Sapiarchs, there's no greater punishment. Yet Renai craves it. How could I take her dream away? She needs us together. If I refuse to join the Sapiarchs and tell her I want to stay here, she'll give up her dream. She'll sacrifice her happiness for mine and be miserable. I can't do that to her. I'm lost. What should I do? Should I tell her?
Oh man, difficult decisions. The options are tell her who you are and why you can't leave, or if you're worried she won't leave, let her join the Sapiarchs, then tell her. I have a feeling that she won't like this option. I'm gonna go with this option here. Better to, what is it? What's the saying? Better to seek forgiveness than ask permission.
Would that work? Yes, I could send her a letter and explain everything. Once I know she's...
Yeah, it's yeah, like that saying goes, it's better to ask forgiveness than it is to seek permission. Some people don't believe that. I do, though. Sometimes you just have to take action in your own hands and, you know, seek forgiveness if you're not supposed to do that action. Alright, I think this is gonna finish the quest line here.
Come to gloat over my misfortune? Or does alchemy simply want to make sure I leave town? No matter. Neither of you need worry about me any longer. My brother wants nothing to... So my persistence has finally convinced my brother to speak to me. Or is this simply another warning to never again contact the sibling who is like my other half? No matter. Laredale has... If he's willing to talk in a letter, why can't he talk to me in person? No matter. This is no longer your...
Oh wait, make sure I'm on the right bar. Yep, I am.
I just... If he's willing to talk in a letter...
Alright, there we go. So that is that quest done. So that is, Relenthil finished. Oh, so the sister did end up seeing her off.
I regret hurting Renai, but I know now she'll find happiness once I explain.
Alright. So it is about 6 o'clock right now, 6:15 actually, where I'm at. So I will have to eat dinner. I'm starting to get hungry. So I will probably stream again tomorrow. So real quick, I am traveling from the 23rd to the 31st. So I will not be able to stream. I will not actually be able to play ESO at all during that time. So I'll try to get some time to stream tomorrow, but I do leave early Wednesday morning, so don't, I will not be able to stream during the time I'm traveling, but I do have several videos lined up. Just have to upload them and schedule them and everything, So we'll have a couple of build videos. They'll be released pretty much every day. So basically going to do the pretty much the meta builds first, then the kind of non-meta builds. Then I'll move on to theory crafting videos and trials guides. I have been working on trials guides as well. But I do want to push out the build videos first. So I know I have a tank video, I have 2 healer videos, Templar, Warden healer, DK tank, and then I have two Nightblade videos, so Stam Nightblade, Mag Nightblade. I believe I have a Mag Sork video, pet and non-pet, and I think I have a Warden video maybe. It's either Warden or Mag Decay. I have one of those 2 videos already recorded as well. So they'll be released throughout the week, so just be on the lookout for that. They should be starting to get released, I believe, on Tuesday, because I do have to upload them tonight and then schedule them out. So that's it for this stream, guys. So Mayflower, we are going to be doing Vet Cloudrest. We'll be basically be starting our raid a little bit early. We'll be going at 8 o'clock in order to get some bloodthirsty jewelry. We're just going to do some normal trials. Then we'll be doing normal Cloudrest on hard mode, so we get that best ending that will affect. They said they'll affect quests on Summerset, so we do want to do that. So we're going to be doing normal Cloudrest on hard mode, and then at 9:30, I believe, or no, it's 10 o'clock, we'll be doing Vet Cloudrest. We'll just be progressing through +0. We won't be doing any sort of +1s or +2s yet, so we'll be doing that progression there. So I will probably start streaming around 8 o'clock, and so that's when you'll expect me to come back online for the stream. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary for the first couple of quests that I did in Summerset. Hope you guys, console players, can get an idea of what you can expect to see when it comes out for you guys on the console. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple of hours. So see you guys around.